look, we eradicated polio through vaccines. What would your response to that be?
Polio is very interesting because you really can't find evidence of it back in the 15th, 16th, 17th century. If polio was around, how come people weren't paralyzed back then? It's so interesting. And so my co-author, John Leake, through his investigative work, believes that polio, believe it or not, is probably, it was a problem of cleanliness.
Yeah.
That we all actually were, as little babies, exposed to polio through diapers and through water and contaminated water and all this. And it wasn't until the modern era of cleanliness in the 40s and 50s and 60s when we started to get modern sanitation, the little babies weren't exposed to it anymore. And sure enough, when you're 6, 7, or 8 and you go swimming at a public beach and get exposed to polio potentially there or later on in school, that in fact children could contract polio. Now, the initial polio vaccines, the sugar cube, the oral polio vaccines, they did provide some protection from invasive polio, but they contributed more polio virus to the water supply. I remember taking those as a kid. So then we had to reverse course and say, no, let's get rid of those. Let's actually use injectable polio vaccines. So I got more of those as a kid. So sure, polio did reduce the case count of cases of polio, no doubt about it. The vaccines did work, which is wonderful. But we haven't had polio in the water supply now for decades in the Western Hemisphere. So I don't know if the polio vaccine protected me or anyone else because we're not exposed to it anymore. So it brings up an important point. With vaccines, when there's side effects, they're real because you can count and measure the side effects. The benefit of a vaccine per individual is theoretical. Because if I never came in contact with polio, the vaccine couldn't have done me any good.